are causing problems. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm so happy that everybody is here. And I'm sure some people will be coming a little bit later. But I just want to open up with prayer because it'll center my mind. So if everyone could just bow your heads. And honey, someone's coming in that back door, I think, right there. All right. So
it is a prayer. It's another volunteer.
Is it? All right. So Heavenly Father, I just thank you. I thank you for what you do for these children. I thank you for the volunteers that show up to love on them. I thank you for everything that you have done to provide everything that we have needed, and the time frame that you have provided them in so that we can work out any snags and kinks ahead of time. And I just pray that you would make this meeting your own, and that you would, we just give you everything for Saturday. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go through what this is all about and what happens from start to finish, and introduce you to everybody who is a part of this so that you know what is happening. So first of all, I'm going to introduce you to the board. And so I'm Sheila Karsavar, and my husband Norm is in the back, and he does what I tell him to do most times, but not all the time. And Laura Haas over here, she is the secretary, and she helps with and does the registration desk that's out in the front. And then Jen Young is right there. She is our, she helps with treasury, and she also is over the backpack and hygiene kit distribution and organization. There's a lot to that. And then Kay Dovis, who helps with, she does everything that needs to be done for the registration process, all the forms online, all the technology that I cannot understand or do, and I don't know, just about anything else over the shoes, the whole shoe department. So that's Kay's baby. Then we have, is that the whole board that I got? Yes, okay. So Fred Hoffman, who is our videographer and photographer, and he is there on the day of, and y'all have gotten the confidentiality paper. And so that basically says that these children have been signed up, and we have promised them to hold their information confidential. And so we don't take pictures of the children or videos, even with them in the background, because Fred knows how to distinguish who can be and who is willing to be in pictures and who cannot be in pictures. So, so just so you know, there's a lot, I'll just wait. Teacher voice. I'll use my teacher voice. Okay, so just so you know, these children, we have pre-registered 282 children that are going to be here Saturday morning. And in that registration process, they have given us information. They have given us everything that we need, all the information to order the things that we have ordered for them. So everything that we have, from the backpacks and school supplies, hygiene kits, and brand new shoes, everything that we have has been pre-ordered for each child. So it's all spoken for. And we assign that we put their names on the bags. We have the household name and the child's name, and we have them on the bags, and we already have them all sorted out and all organized. We have between 35 and 50 students that are coming every 30 minutes starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. So they don't just show up with their parents, guardians, and all of that all at one time, and it's a free-for-all. This is a very just a purposeful and sacred event, right, that they have all been pre-registered for. And when they come through, we know their names, we can address them by name, and talk with them as we're going through the event. And so there's a few things that happen. But first of all, for those of you, is there anyone in here who has never heard about the start of A Day of Hope, or what happened, or how this even came to be? Or has everyone heard the background before? Anyone not? Okay. Well, so then if you have heard it, you know this is something that God put on my heart back in 2014 to start. And so this is his day, and this is his I guess, design of everything. And it is because these children need to hear, he said, that he created them on purpose for a purpose, and that Jesus loves them. So that is the message of the day. That is the heart of the day. And so that's what makes this different than kind of backpack drives or big back to school events and back to school bashes, right? So as the children show up that day, they've all been, like I said, assigned an appointment time to come. But as they come in the front door, they will check in. We have a master sheet with all of their information and whoever they're supposed to be with. And so they will check in, and they will fill out a form whether they can or cannot be in the background or in any pictures at all. And so they'll be given bracelets like this. Red is, I cannot be in any pictures. I cannot be in the background of any pictures. Do not have me near a camera at all. And green is, yes, I can be in there, and everything's fine. But the only person who is going to be taking pictures and videos that day is Fred Hoffman, because he is the photographer and videographer, and he knows what to do and how to do these. So please refrain from taking any pictures, and we make them available to you. So if you want pictures taken of your team, or if you want some of the pictures, they're free. So all you have to do is just let us know, and I can send out the link so that you can go on and choose pictures, and he makes those available to us for free. So you don't have to worry about not getting those special shots with your team. So that's the bracelet part. They walk in the door, and first thing they go to the left, and there is going to be a table that has some cards on it that, like this, that if the children would like to write some prayer requests or things that they are thinking about, things they're concerned about, they can write it on these cards, and they'll put it in the little box that's there to collect them. And these cards are prayed over every single year, and so they don't just kind of fall by the wayside. If you are a volunteer that would like to stand by this table and you are comfortable praying with children or directing them through this, then please, sign up for that area or swap with somebody, because you can share that kind of responsibility and just let them know. They don't even have to sign their names to it if they want to do something anonymously. We have quite a few children that will write down their concerns, and they're very heartfelt, and they'll write down their concerns, especially if you say, you can do this anonymously, you don't have to write your name. And they will be prayed over. So that is that table. If you're interested in that, I can talk to you more about it. When they come up to the front, they each get a punch card. And as they go through the event, there are 10. There are 10 stations that will actually have punchers. And so I can talk to you about that, but they get vision screening from the Lions Club. Lions Club, please raise your hand. They get vision screening from the Lions Club. They are going to be signing up to get clothing, packs of clothing throughout the year from K-12 Outfitters. Where's Terry? Raise your hand. So she's going to be over there too. And so they're going to be signing up for that. We do not have clothing at A Day of Hope. We haven't, and we won't, because it's too much to try to organize, but they take care of that. So the children will be signed up to receive that during the year. Then we have Little River Medical Center. The medical part is going to be inside, and then the dental bus is going to be outside. And so they're both here, Little River Medical Center. And let's see, who else is in here? We have children's ID forms. So this is ID cards that are offered from Identikid, which is the parent or guardian will fill out all the information, and then if something should happen with that child, they'll have all the information, fingerprints and things like that. And so we have Dave Clotter, who's going to have a table. He's going to be handing those out. He's with security at CCU. And let's see, the shoe area, the foot washing and shoe area, when the children come up, there will be 15 foot washing stations. So there'll be a foot washer and a a foot washer and a runner, and each foot washer needs a runner. Psalms is here from Samaritan's Feet, and so she's going to be doing a special training Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on the bleachers in the gym for people who are part of that shoe area, the runners or the foot washers, the people that are restoring the water, all that stuff. So I'm going to do an information thing like that. But please, if you're planning to be in that area, hang around for a few minutes after the meeting tonight to just kind of touch base with her. The foot washers, if you're afraid of children or their feet, please don't sign up for a foot washer, all right? Because it won't be good, I promise. But if you love children and you want to just talk with them, now some of them might say, I'm not real comfortable with, with having prayer or having my feet washed. That's okay. We've had 3 children in 10 years that have said they're not comfortable with it. But that's okay. Then you just put the wash basin to the side and talk with them. Have a conversation. How are you feeling about school? And are there any concerns? Or, what can we talk about? And then you're going to have a bookmark, which is either a magnetic bookmark or a paper bookmark, to hand to them when they leave. I have some for little children and then some for some of the older children. So you have something that you'll give away to them as they leave. And take your time with them. This is about focusing on them. We are not in a rush, and there's not like, I only have 5 minutes with you, so hurry, let me do this and get you out of here. It's really just time to connect with them, okay? And let's see.
We also have Echo and First Citizens coming.
Yes, the bank, we have First Citizens that's going to be here to offer any resources for some of the older students. We have Echo, which is Eastern Carolina Housing Organization. I think that's what it's called. Yes, thank you, is going to be here to see if they can help any with housing. And did I miss Bookmobile? Thank you. We have the Horry County Bookmobile is going to be out in the parking lot. What else am I missing? Yes, Bikers Against Child Abuse is going to be here. Salvation Army is going to be here. So Salvation Army is going to be here they give lunch to the children and to their parents and guardians that are here. And they do that outside. They have their grill and all of that, the hot dog grill, and they give those. Is there anyone else that I forgot?
The fire truck, ice, and backpacks.
The fire truck. Does someone else need to do this? I think someone else needs to do this. All right, the fire truck is going to be out there for a portion of the time. I'm hoping that they'll be there for all the appointment times. The backpack U-Haul is going to be out here with Jen in it, and she has all the backpacks and the hygiene kits in the U-Haul that have already been stuffed and they're ready to go. And Kona Ice, which they say they're coming, so that's a good thing. Did I forget anyone else? Okay. All right. I think that's that kind of for those little details. I have tickets that whoever is going to be at the front desk, at the registration desk, these are the tickets that are going to be for Kona Ice. All the children that are registered are the ones that get a Kona Ice. Please do not keep going up to the Kona Ice truck and pretending like you haven't had an icy or whatever. But it's up to them what they decide to do, but we have paid for a certain amount, and it's for the children that are registered. It is about treating them, and making them feel special and loving them on Saturday. So that's what those tickets are for, and the people at the registration desk, you're going to need to put those in baggies for them with their punch cards. At the end of the time, the punch cards will be collected by Jen at the backpack pod. We do keep track of them. It's not, we don't, do the numbers and keep the numbers to say, oh, aren't we so great, this is what we did. But people ask, and we've been applying for grants, and they want to know, how many children did you serve? How many backpacks did you give? How many lunches were served? That's why I ask to keep track of the numbers. It is not so, oh, we can, shout it out to everybody about how many children we served or how many things we gave. It's because it's a very purposeful number as the years have gone on. We're also going to have volunteers that walk through with the children, the household and the children as they're coming through. So we need at least 15 volunteers that would be willing to walk through, because once you get through, then you can go back and get in the line and walk through again with another group of children or another household of children. The reason why we're doing that is because when they come in and go through, there's just a certain way that you go, and plus they're collecting things as they walk, as they go. We don't want them to have to be carrying everything. We want the volunteer to carry it for them. We also want them to feel welcomed and guided. Some come in and they're overwhelmed and don't know where to go. So we want that volunteer to be able to talk with them and walk them through and help them to get the things that they need. Plus, when they're finished with everything in the gym, they go out that back door and then make a right, and then that's when they come to everything out here, like the bikers and the dental bus and all of that. So we want them to be able to be guided. They should not have lunch before they have their teeth screened. You can guess why. And they also should not have a cone of ice when they go to grab their backpacks and then come back and say, oh, I didn't get lunch. That happened before too, where they went and then they have everything all on a cart, a wagon, to bring them out to their car. So again, they're not having to lug a bunch of things. And so we want to make sure that the process is smooth, and once they're finished with everything, then they're walked to their car and helped with everything to put in their car. So we don't want a bunch of things and then them saying, oh, I forgot to get my whatever, and having to go back. It just makes it very confusing.
But just to add to that, sorry, like when they get to the backpacks, that volunteer can go.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
They don't have to walk into the car.
Oh, right. Because the U-Haul, Jen has a whole team of volunteers that are walking them to the car. And so the volunteer that has walked with the children throughout and out there can then come back in and get back in line to take another child through. There is no coming back in through the gym once they get out. They do everything in here, go out, do the things out there, and come back in. So if you're a volunteer that's taking the children through, before they come through those front doors, I would say, do you need to use the restroom before we go in there? Or why don't you, do you need to use the bathroom? Because the bathrooms are out there and they can use them, but once they go out, they need to go out and go get their things and then go to their car. If there's an emergency, of course, and someone needs to use the bathroom out there, then they can come back in the front door. But please do not have them come back in the gym. The volunteer break room, you're sitting in it. So this is going to be the volunteer break room. Is Scott here? Scott Burleson yet? No? Okay, so Pam Wright is, where's Pam? Right there. So the Rotary clubs have gotten together and they're going to be over the volunteer break room. So we have pizzas that have been donated by Nona's, because Ray is friends with the Nona's people, and so they are donating pizzas for us, and we're going to have platters of sandwiches and snacks, things like that. But when you come into the break room, please eat the snacks in the break room and throw everything out in the break room. Don't take any food or even water into the gym with you, please, because we don't want to mess up the floor or get anything on the floor. If you get a water bottle and you're going to leave it in here, please write your name on it. We'll have some Sharpies in here. But don't take food out there. And if you are going outside for some reason, just be discreet. If you're taking food to your place or whatever, just be discreet, because the children are getting incredible food, but we also don't want to be eating around them. I mean, this is about serving them, right? It's not about just, you understand what I'm talking about. Let's just focus on the children and we can get our snacks. But you didn't come here to volunteer and hang out in the break room. You came here to serve. So let's just make sure that we be mindful of that. And Sarah Wiseman is standing in the back, and she helps with the registration table along with Laura Haas over here. So if you have any questions about anything that's happening, you can find one of them or one of the board members, me or Norm, and we can answer your questions that morning. Did I forget anything? Yeah.
No, just for anybody who is interested in working with registration and walking families around, if anyone is bilingual in Spanish, that would be a great job for you.
Yes, we need people who are bilingual, because we do have quite a few households that are Spanish speaking. And so even if you just know a little bit, just say, yo hablo un poquito español, and then they'll talk to you, and then you can kind of fumble your way through it. It's fun, and it works. Right, guys?
Parents always with them?
Yes, yes. Yes, they are never away from, the adult that brought them. Do not say to them, oh, is this your mom? Oh, is this your dad? Oh, who do you? No, because it probably is not their mother or father. It might not even be their grandmother or grandfather. Could be a neighbor, could be a cousin, could not even be a relative, could be a friend. So you can say, oh, who's with you today? And they'll tell, but don't assume. And that's why we call them households also, is because they're not always a family. They could be with some friends or someone who brought them here. Yes.
Is there a possibility that you would have a young child and an older child and even an older child going together? Would they travel together?
You mean in the same household? Yes, but they're always with their adult. Yes, we have 6 children in a household. Is that the highest? Is that the 7? All right. Yes, we have 7. We have, I think, 1 or 2 maybe that have registered with 7 children. We have 6. We have quite a few 3. Children. So if you are a volunteer that's walking through, you would walk through with that whole unit, that all of those children. But they are never away from the adult that brought them, just so you know. Yes?
I believe they registered in the spring. Are they given a reminder call or something, reminder to remind them of this?
Yes.
event?
Multiple reminder emails, texts have been sent out. Yes, the registration process starts, we do it all through the month of May, and if we need to, we go through the first week of June, and then the shoe order is placed in that first week of June, and then the backpacks and school supplies have already been ordered by that time, so it's a whole process that started back actually, goes through all year long, but that we open up registration in April. And so we get in touch with all of the schools, the counselors at the schools, they give all the information out, and so that's when it starts. And then the reminder system, Kay, you want to talk about that a little bit?
We do automated reminders for them. We use sign-up sheets actually for them to sign up if you're familiar with that. And then we also manually send out reminders. Sent out many reminders, text messages, both ways. So the last reminder just went out today.
Yeah. Yes, and we make sure when they sign up that the information that they give us, either the email or the phone number, we tell them this is how we are going to get in touch with you to remind you of your appointment time. And I mean, they're given the appointment time that day, like all of it. So it's very detailed and organized, and we tell them, give us an email or a phone number that you will be checking. You need to give us one that's going to be working then. And so they do. They give them to us.
If you have a sibling group and and they say, well, my brother couldn't come, do they physically have to be here to collect a backpack? Or?
So if there's one child missing from the group, then the other two can come through and we will give the things that have been reserved for the other child to them. If they show up and they do not have their children with them, then because we have told them, that's been part of the 25 reminders, you know, bring your children, bring your children, bring your children. If they show up and they don't have their children with them, we say, you need to go back and get your children, because this is about us loving on your children. There's so many events that happen here that are all about just show up and get your stuff and then get out. That's not what this is, right? So we say if your child's not here, you know, we're here to love on your children. If your child's not here, we can't love on them. And so we encourage them to go back and get their children. If they can't or won't or whatever happens, then we take their name and they go to Fostering Hope after the event the following week. And we have their things boxed up there for them that they can go and pick them up. Very few times that has happened in the, 11 years. But there are people who have already called. They've had a death in the family or some kind of emergency. So we already know a couple of households that are not going to be able to make it on Saturday. And I will tell you this, every single one of them that called said, I am so sad that my children will not be able to be there, and this, I cannot even believe this, and if I could get out of it, I would, or if if this didn't happen, we would be there, and I am so sad that they can't. And one of them actually said, I'm going to send my children with somebody else, and so we, of course, need to get the name and number and all that kind of stuff of that person. So that's what's starting to happen. They understand the importance and the difference of being here. Any other questions at all? All right, any comments or?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, if anybody needs a shirt or paperwork.
Yes, please get your shirt. You need to wear a Day of Hope t-shirt on Saturday when you are volunteering, because the children are told anyone with the Day of Hope t-shirt, you can ask questions to or anything like that. So we want them to know and feel safe and all of that. Yes. Okay. So, what?
That's what I was gonna make sure we got.
Yes, the group picture. So we're gonna have the training for the foot washing, the runners, and all of that. Samaritan's Feet with Psalms. She's gonna talk about that. That's gonna start at 8 a.m. on the bleachers. At 8:35. We are going to all get in the center or wherever Fred tells us to go. I do want everybody, even if you're going to be outside, I want you and your team to be in here for the group picture. We'll be in the center of the gym, and
That's what we were last year.
yeah, we'll take the group picture, and then we'll have the opening prayer. And then we will all get to our places by 8:45 because they will start showing up about that early. So we'll be ready. And of course, everyone outside, it's going to take a while for them to get through the inside before they come out to you. Oh, and cleanup. So anyone that can stay for cleanup is super important, just like setup. So setup, we ask all volunteers to be here by 7:30 in the morning, and we can set up. There's a lot of things we can do tomorrow, but not everything. And so Saturday morning, we all get here set up early. And then the last appointment time, we have 53 children that are registered that last appointment time. Normally we skinny it down a little bit, but this year we thought we were, and then we had a bunch of people that called in the last moment. So we have more students coming through at the last appointment than we do coming through on the first appointment. But please do not clean up anything. If you're in the gym, don't clean up anything until every student has been served and is out. Even if they're finished with foot washing, doesn't matter. Please don't clean that area up. It's kind of like if you've ever eaten a restaurant and it's close to closing time and they start cleaning the tables around you. I cannot stand that. It makes me feel...
Outside takes a lot longer.
Yes.
So if you're cleaning up in there, don't bring stuff uprooted outside.
Yes.
They'll still be out there.
It's awful to, like, they're out there eating and then all of a sudden people are cleaning up and bringing stuff and throwing things away. No, we're just not going to do that. So please, 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 we are always cleaned up and out by 3 o'clock, always. And sometimes it's a lot earlier than that. But we want to treat the last child just the same as the first child. And that includes, I don't know, whatever you're going to have to take in order to keep up your energy. We're going to have coffee. We're going to have some donuts in the morning. We're going to have those kinds of things. But please treat the last child just as the first. And don't clean up anything until they're all out and done. Any other? Yes?
Can you talk about where we as volunteers should be parking and what you want us to do?
Yes, and we'll have signs and everything like that too. But the volunteer parking, we said if you came in and you followed this, the drive all the way around, by the tennis courts, there's parking there that's to the left and then also kind of in front of the tennis courts. So we're going to fill up that parking area first. They also said we could park on the grass that's in front of the school, closest to where the tennis courts are. So along the grassy area, you can park there. We are saving the parking lot that's like at that turn. If you go down and then you turn to the right, there's a parking lot that's there. We're saving that for the household parking, and then also the parking spaces that are in the very front of the school, we're saving those also for the household parking.
And this lot will be closed off, right?
Yeah.
This lot will be closed off because we have the fire truck and everyone else and volunteers coming in and out. Also, Pam, if there's any food deliveries, please have them come and someone from in here, from your team, can open up the side door. I can show you where it is, to go where the awning is and stuff on the other side of the playground. Don't have them come through here with any kind of deliveries or whatever. They can go up that little walkway and in that hallway door and this way, okay? Did we have these doors open last year for?
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's the way the volunteers will come in.
Yeah, so volunteers, yeah. So this door right here, you guys can come into the break room. If you're in the gym, you can come into the break room from there, or in the front, where the registration is, you can come down the hall and come in that doorway in here. One of these doors will be unlocked if you need to come in and out from the outside. But yes, we'll close the curtains, and because again, just, when you're snacking and eating, it should just be snacking and eating, and then you're out there serving and focused, and we just don't, want to have the children look in and think they're missing out on something, or even have them coming through here. I'll have a sign up there that says volunteers only, but that should be taken care of, so.
Could I interrupt you 1 second?
Yes.
What a good looking group. I want to get one picture of everybody before you start scattering.
Okay, yes.
And if I could, you can even be in it.
I can? Wow, that's crazy. Let me sit.
Hold on 1 second, we've got a young lady getting ready to come out.
Now, Norma, if you could turn.
Come out?
You want me to turn her away? I'll go like this.
And because maybe a thumbs up would be good on the next one. Let's take one that looks kind of serious. And then, look at it and give me a thumbs up. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to get everybody. There we go. Boom. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Does anyone have any other questions, comments, concerns, anything?
Are they gonna have any kind of balloons or something to kind of guide them back?
No. We have signs and volunteers. That's it. It's the personal touch, and no, we're not going to do balloons or anything like that. I get this question a lot too, so I'll answer it. People say, well, why don't you have face painting or like the mascots or bounce houses or anything like that? This isn't a festival. This is fun, but it's not a festival. It's a very purposeful event in which we are serving the children. And so that's why, it's not a back to school bash, although they have a lot of fun here. And
Bikers do some tattoos.
Yeah, the bikers give them some
Real
tattoos.
tattoos.
Yeah, real tattoos. They sit there.
They are fun.
They are so fun. Yeah, you ever want to see a biker cry, just hang out with them for a little while because they start crying. All right. Well, so, is there anything else? All right. This is like record time. Good for us. All right.